Hello, everybody. Happy Friday and welcome to today's Tea and Toast. My name is Georgia and I'm a conversation starter at the Yard. And yeah, we've had a really exciting and busy week at the Yard. We've had Sophia doing her crafternoon. We've had Jasmine, who's been in the building with Tea and Toast, like IRL, like in real life. And we've also had Steve, who's been playing, I believe, Mass Effect and Star Wars The Old Republic. Yes, there's a little bit of something for everyone. And of course, we've got our youth clubs. So on Wednesday, that's a girls' club. Thursday, that's a boys' club. And then Friday, it's like an open club. So anyone is free to come in and yeah, like check it out. At the moment, we've got new stuff. Like we've got a gym upstairs, if you can believe it. So if you go to the Yard, you can relax on the sofas. We've got a little sort of kitchenette, so you can make yourself a cup of tea, coffee, got some biscuits, and then we've also got an arcade machine. So if you are a fan of our old school games or just want to go somewhere with your mates, then yeah, that is the place to go. And maybe you can beat the high score. Don't know what the high score is at the moment. I'll have to find out, and then I'll let you guys know so you can try and beat it with your mates. So yeah, a little bit of something for everyone down at the Yard. And next Saturday, so not tomorrow, but in a week, we have got Dungeons and Dragons, which I am so excited about because it's just so cool. I've never played, so if you guys have played Dungeons and Dragons, please let me know. Put it in the comments, and if you are as excited about it as I am. I don't know. I think it'd be very difficult to be as excited as I am about this whole thing. But yeah, so if you don't know what it is, Dungeons and Dragons is like a role-playing kind of tabletop type thing, and it's been in a lot of like very famous TV shows kind of portrayed it. So if you ever watched The Big Bang Theory, I think they did Dungeons and Dragons, and also Stranger Things. That's like a really big thing in Stranger Things is Dungeons and Dragons. So it's a role playing game, tabletop. You kind of go there, and then you become like an elf or a dwarf or a goblin or something like that, and then you get to pick whether you're like a mage, like a sorcerer, like Gandalf, or if you want to be a warrior like Gimli. I realise I'm talking a lot about Lord of the Rings, but if you get the reference, let me know. Yeah, so very, very exciting. So that is Saturday, the 17th of July from 10 a.m. and then it'll probably go through quite late because unless you, like, if you didn't know, Dungeons and Dragons can be very time consuming, and we're all learning, so you don't have to have any experience whatsoever. You can just rock up, and literally all you need is your imagination, and yeah, that's it. So yeah, got lots of exciting stuff at the Yard at the moment. So, Jasmine is going to be joining me, I believe, in a few minutes. So we'll be able to talk to her because I really want to chat with her about the potential bank holiday and also England's game last night, I want to say. I think. I honestly can't remember when these things are. If there was a game last night, that's what I want to talk about. But regardless, I also want to talk about the game on Sunday and also whether we're going to have a bank holiday. Who knows? So before we get into that, I was wondering if you guys had heard about this Pfizer booster shot news that has been going around. It's been in like The Guardian and CNN, and it's very interesting because it looks like Pfizer is saying that after around 6 months, the vaccination, the effectiveness of it begins to wane, which means just not as good. Like, it's not as efficient. So they're saying we might need to have like booster shots like every year or something, just to keep up that level of efficiency. Hey, Sophia. Sophia's, hello, curator educator. How are you doing? Let me know. Oh, and Jasmine's just joined us.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Morning.
How are you doing?
I am very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. You look very pretty today.
Do I?
Yeah.
I'm very sweaty actually. On a Friday, I do a HIIT class 9:30 till 10 before I come to work, and then I just quickly jump in the car and drive to work. And I am a sweaty mess. So yeah, thanks for the compliment. I'm not actually feeling it at the minute. Oh, how are you?
I'm good. Yeah, I swam this morning. I
You've
did
been
my
swimming?
swimming.
Oh, I bet that was
Yeah.
actually quite nice. It's so
Well,
muggy at the minute. Is the water
well,
quite? Oh,
well.
what?
So, bit of drama, bit of swimming
Oh
pool drama.
no.
Oh
What?
yeah.
What
So
happened? A child didn't poo in the pool, did they?
no, not this time. No. So the other day, they put up like a thing on Facebook saying that the heater was like broken in the pool. So
Yeah.
we were like, okay, we won't go for that session, and they'll have sorted it by the time we go back today, because it's a few days ago. Where it's like deep, and it'll be lovely, be like nice wave of
Warm
warmth
bath.
crashing
Yeah.
over me.
Yeah.
To my horror, Jasmine, the heater was still broken.
Oh, what?
So I got in, and it was so cold. Like, it was like cold tap water. Like, you know,
Oh
when you
my
get cold tap
gosh.
water, it's
Yeah,
literally
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
And
Oh
I was
my gosh.
absolutely gutted.
That's
And
hilarious.
and
But
Stephen was fine.
but did you have to style it out because there was people there? Like, you just got to go with it, get in, do it.
No, I didn't style it out.
You didn't. Did you
No,
scream and get out?
no, I didn't scream, but I just like cowered in the corner with my like arms around me. And Stephen was going, "Oh, it's not that bad," and I was like, "Yes, it is that bad. It's so horrible." So yeah, I was being very dramatic,
So did you
as you can
swim?
imagine. Yeah, I did swim in the end, but I didn't like it.
Didn't enjoy it.
Didn't enjoy it one
See,
bit.
how I'm feeling right now, I am so hot and sweaty. The idea of getting in a freezing cold swimming pool is very appealing. You know, like when you're on holiday and you're just laying by the pool and it's really hot and you just want to jump in the pool. That's how I'm feeling right now.
Yeah.
This weather, I love, you know what I'm like. I love the sun, I love sunbathing, but this weather's, it's just muggy. There's no sun to sunbathe in. It's hot, it's humid, it is horrible. So yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
loving
not
it.
ideal.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
I think like if it was really warm in the swimming pool,
Yeah.
like if it was like almost like sauna level of heat, and then the water was really cold, that would be amazing. But the
Yeah.
pool wasn't
Yeah.
warm.
Yeah.
And obviously this was I go swimming 7:30 in the morning.
Yeah. Early.
So it's before the sun has even had a chance.
Oh man, was you freezing when you got out?
Yeah, I was very sad. I was like a sad like puppy, just like.
So when are they fixing it then?
I don't know, but there was there. So we were in the pool, and all you could see was just people running like back and forth from the room that clearly had the boiler in it.
Yeah.
And we said to the like like one of the lifeguards, we were like, "It's really cold," and they were like, "Yeah, still having problems."
Oh well. Oh well. Oh, so
like,
what are you going to do?
okay.
Are you going to wait now until they fix it to go back because it put you off?
So I've got a session booked in for Sunday.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping, well, because they do a lot of like children's classes and stuff, like swimming schools and things like that.
So they need to get it fixed.
Yeah, like, because obviously the parents aren't going to put their kids in freezing cold water, especially toddlers learning to swim.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, well, fingers crossed they fix it soon then.
Yeah, fingers
Not
crossed.
what you need on a Friday morning, is it?
No, but yeah, it'll be good. So yeah, I was just about to talk about the Pfizer, the booster thing. I don't know if you've heard about it.
No, I haven't heard about this. Tell me.
So I'll be quick. It's basically a booster shot that they're saying might be necessary. Has my camera frozen?
Yeah, I'll just have to move my head then to see if we're both frozen, but it's just you.
No. Okay,
You're in a
I'll
really interesting like sort of stance as well. It's as though you're
Yeah.
like about to go into
Yeah,
something really dramatic.
I
But
am.
anyway, it's all good. It's all good. We
Yeah.
can
So
carry on.
it's a booster thing. So basically, they're saying that the Pfizer reckons that the boost, like the vaccine, wears down in terms of efficiency after 6 months.
Just the Pfizer or all vaccines?
So this is all I've read about specifically Pfizer because it's the company that's saying it.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if that's the same for the other.
So they're saying basically by the end of 6 months after you've had your jab, your immunity or your protection is not going to be as strong as it was at the beginning.
Yeah, not as strong. So they're still saying it's like 95%.
Right.
Like efficient, but yeah, so they're saying okay, so we might need to do like booster shots like every 6 months to keep everyone safe or whatever. And then the FDA, which is the Food and Drugs Administration in America, they're saying no.
Why?
They're just saying that they don't think that we do need it.
Oh.
But Pfizer's saying we've got all this data and all of these like tests and trials and things like that, and the FDA are basically saying we don't think that we're at that stage yet.
That's a bit bizarre.
Yeah, and the thing is that Pfizer released that statement saying about the efficiency and whatever, and then the FDA said this hours later. So they literally had a statement drawn up within hours of that statement. Which is really unusual for them to do.
So who do we believe then?
Well, this is the thing. Who do we believe? And also, is it Pfizer trying to get a contract to make themselves more money? Are they saying, well, are they saying, well, we're going to need, an order or a contract every year so we can pump out these
boosters? Oh, interesting. No, I hadn't heard about this. I wonder, I would be interested to know whether, they're saying, obviously this is Pfizer, I had AstraZeneca. So I'm wondering whether, it will eventually be all of us need to have a booster. I don't know.
I think Bianca was saying before that she reckoned that we are going to have extra shots or booster shots every year, especially in like sort of autumn.
Yeah.
So maybe that's.
Oh, yeah, interesting. Oh, I bet there will be more said about this over the next few, like, the upcoming days, won't there?
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that's an interesting one. I didn't even think about potentially Pfizer trying to get a bigger contract and more money, or is it? And especially for, like you say, the other, what is it, the FDA to come and
it was the FDA
so quickly after.
Yeah, and the Centers for Disease Control as well. So they did like a joint statement.
Oh.
Yeah, so I just feel like it's a bit odd.
Watch this space for that, I reckon. Yeah, it's a bit of an odd one, isn't it? I did see on the news this morning, I know like we have the flu vaccine and everything every year, but it's offered to people, isn't it?
Yeah.
And obviously the kids are offered it. But I saw on the news this morning, they're saying that this winter we're going to have the deadliest flu season that we've had in a long time, and all children will be, they've offered it anyway, but saying all children will be offered the flu vaccine because we're going to have the deadliest sort of season of it. I don't know why that is.
Is it because like COVID is, because they're kind of thinking, well, if COVID's knocking about, then a flu on top of that will be.
Yeah, could be. Yeah, I mean, I presume there's some sort of link to COVID and why they're thinking that or preparing for that, but I don't actually know the actual details. But I mean, my kids I've always let them. They have the flu vaccine at school.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people don't agree with it, but I'm always been quite pro vaccines and inject. Because I had flu when I was, I don't know, I think I was maybe about 8 or 9, and I
Yeah.
remember being really, really poorly. And it was obviously I was only a child and I lived at my parents. And back in the day, then doctors used to come out and do home visits, and I was so
Yeah.
poorly. My mum couldn't get me to like the doctors, and the doctor actually came out to see me. And like, although it's so long ago, you know, when you still have that memory, I remember feeling so poorly.
Yeah.
And you know, I think flu, a lot of people use the term, oh, I've got flu, without really, when you have proper flu, it is horrendous. So I've always let my kids have the vaccine, have the flu, you know, they call it flu jab. It's not even a jab, it's just a little squirty thing up their nose, done and dusted. So I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I think that's a good thing as well. And on that like subject, I was just thinking, while you were saying that, when I was younger, I hated injections. And I remember having my injections at school, like at primary school.
Yeah.
And I remember like really hating it and being really scared. But now, as an adult, I have 2 injections a month, and I have blood tests all the time.
Yeah.
Like I literally have blood tests probably every month. So now I'm just like, ugh, stick it in. I'm a pincushion now.
Yeah. Well, you're so used to it now, I guess.
Yeah,
But then
I mean,
it's
you
like,
have to.
yeah, it's like when you're pregnant, you have your bloods done, you have so many, and they always struggle with me being able to get any, you know, when you go for a blood test or something, they can never get like the veins in my arms. For some reason, they just really struggle. So sometimes I have to have it done like in my, you know, on my hand, which is really bloody hurt. It leaves such a big bruise. But I think it's when you just have to have it done, you know, as you get to an adult, you just sort of like, you know, I can't say, oh, I love going to have an injection or my
Yeah,
blood taken, but you just get used to it, don't you?
yeah, definitely.
I do think it's good though that the children's flu vaccine, that they don't do it in an injection format, because like, you know, we all, like you've just said, remembering back as a child, it is quite scary. So having the new inventions of things like the oh, what do you call it, the nasal spray flu thing, and that is a good thing, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Probably allows more children to have those sort of things done at school, because otherwise, could you imagine like the teachers trying to get some of the children to have like an injection put in their arm or something? I bet it'd be absolute chaos.
Yeah.
So yeah, injections. I don't know anyone who does like them really.
No, I mean, yeah, I think the only similar thing is probably like tattoos. I think like people like getting tattoos, which is weird.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got loads, but
I was just going to say, you're one of them.
yeah, I am one of them, and I do enjoy it. So that's how I know that it is weird.
That is really weird. Like, I don't understand how anyone can say I enjoy having a tattoo. It's painful.
Yeah, it is painful, but it's also like,
What, are you not going to tell me it's an enjoyable pain?
no, it's more like, it's like mindfulness, I think. It's kind of like meditation, because you're
You have
literally
to
stuck there.
zone out.
Yeah, like you're stuck there. You have to sit still. You can't like be moving around doing different things. And I think it just forces you to slow down and to kind of think about stuff, and yeah, your imagination goes away.
I have got a tattoo on my shoulder, which I absolutely hate. It's just like a little rose. It's about this big, and I had it done when I first left home and I moved. I went to live in Weymouth, and me and my friend who I lived with, she got one, so I decided I'd get one as well. Like, biggest regret of my life. I look like a gypsy with this bloody tattoo on my back. I hate it, but I've heard that having them removed is really painful, so I'm not going to put myself through that. But I would never have another tattoo, although I have had my eyebrows tattooed, which is obviously a completely different, it's just like yeah, I've had
Microblading? Is that what it's called?
So I've had my eyebrows microbladed. It was really funny actually. I had them done the day the schools, so the first time I had them done was the day the schools went into lockdown. They closed that Friday, and I've just been, when you first have them done, I mean, oh my gosh, because like Sam, my husband, he's like, I don't want you to get them done. It looks ridiculous. You look like you've got this big scouse brow, like all the scouse Liverpool people have. So anyway, I thought, well, I'm not listening to you. I'll do what I want. So I didn't tell him, and I went to get them. Pick the kids up from school. And literally the next day, I had massive ginger eyebrows. I was like, oh my God, what have I done? But what it is that when they do the tattoo, they have to do that. She has to put it in a certain color because it's like a 30-day for your pigment to go in, and then anyway, all this stuff. So for about 2 weeks, have never been so glad that we were on lockdown, because I couldn't have got left the house if I wanted to, because they looked horrendous, honestly. But then over the 30 days, the colour changes, the scabs come off, and then you're left with a really lovely brows. So that was the first time I had them done. And then you have to go for a top up, like, I don't know, a few months later. But then because of COVID, I couldn't go and have my top up because obviously all the salons closed, didn't they? And then they opened again. So I went to have my top up, and I was laying there on the bed, and she'd literally started on one of my eyebrows. My phone rang, and it was the school to say I have to immediately go and pick Henry up because they think he's got COVID and he can't be at school. And I was like, I'm in the middle of having my eyebrows tattooed and I've only had one done. So I've got to have the other one done before I come and get him, which I know is really, really bad mum alert. But yeah, they put him in a classroom by himself for another half an hour so I could get my other eyebrow done. You know, neat mask and all that. I couldn't walk around with one eyebrow topped up and not the other. Right? And he didn't even have COVID after all of that anyway. He just had a cough. So, yeah. Anyway,
Henry.
I know. Honestly, some kids do anything to get a few days off school.
They got to respect the brows.
I know. Honestly, how inconsiderate when I was in my brow appointment.
So these are the eyebrows, what you've got at the moment. So is that the sort of results of microblading?
Yeah.
I always think you've got really nice eyebrows, so I might have to look into it.
I definitely I wasn't born with them. My eyebrow lady is very good. Lucy Lashes, Wootton, Northampton. She's amazing. It just makes like a little plug there. You know, maybe she'll give me a discount next time I go.
Lucy Lashes.
Lucy Lashes, Wootton, Northampton. But yeah, they just make life a lot easier. You get, because I used to have to pencil loads of my eyebrows on because back in the day I overplucked them. Nowadays, you just get up and your eyebrows are there. It's amazing.
Oh, that sounds ideal.
I know, honestly. But yeah, what a conversation. We started talking about the COVID vaccine, and now we're on about microbladed eyebrows. You know, talk about it all on here, don't we?
Yeah. I was actually going to ask you. So there wasn't a football match last night, was there?
Nope.
No. So the next one is Sunday.
Yeah.
And it's the final.
Yes.
I've got some very exciting news for you.
What? You watching it?
I'm going to be watching the game on Sunday. I've kind of decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on in like the background, and then my partner will probably like read a book, and then I can like do something, and then we'll just have it on, so I can at least then say that I did watch it.
Okay, and then at least then we can talk about it next week. Because otherwise, you're not going to have anything to talk about because we're talking about the football, won't we?
I still don't know what I'm going to say about it though, because I'm going to be like, "Oh, do you remember when that bloke kicked the ball?" And you're going, yeah.
Went into a net. How crazy was that?
You remember when that guy like flew across, like trying to catch the ball, and he didn't?
I'm really pleased that you're watching it. I think you'd regret it if you didn't, even if it's just going to be on in the background. But so I'm obviously down at the yard today, and Sophia and I were Sophia's here as well, the curator educator, and we were just chatting about. And we were just talking about that, and I was telling her about this morning when I woke up and I went onto my Facebook and my Instagram. Some schools and some businesses are letting the children and the employees come if they're staying up to watch the football. I mean, this is probably more applicable for the kids. If they're staying up to watch the football, which potentially they're going to be going to bed after 11 o'clock on Sunday night, they can come into school on Monday by 10:30. They won't be marked late, and they won't miss any lessons, because basically what they're saying is, A, this is quite a momentous occasion. England haven't got to the final for 55 years. B, they'd rather, sorry, there's a fly just flew in my face then. They'd rather the children have that bit of extra sleep, come in at 10:30 a bit more refreshed, than come in at 8:45. And I just think that is such an amazing idea. I know a lot of companies, one of my friends runs her own business, and she was telling me this morning, she's said to her employees they can come in late on Monday. And if you think, I mean, there's going to be a ton of people that are just going to ring in sick on Monday anyway, because they're going to go out Sunday night, get drunk, ring in sick. If they've not been able to book the day off, that's going to happen, standard. But imagine if you say, go, well, do you know what? Let's do an 11 o'clock start, which allows people to enjoy the football. Whether we win or lose, people are going to be drinking, aren't they? The kids are going to be exhausted, maybe emotional. I know Henry will be emotional if England don't win. So giving them that few hours extra. And it's the last week of school. It's their last full week of school. They're really not going to be missing anything in 2 hours that, of any real importance, I think. I know some of the schools in Northampton have started sending emails out saying such a thing. My school hasn't yet. My friend has actually emailed our head teacher to say, would she consider allowing our children to do it? I'm not going to hold my hopes up because she's not very good at stuff like that, to be honest. But I mean, because that's the other thing. There's potentially parents will just not send their children in. They'll let them miss the whole day because everyone's hungover and tired and doesn't want to get out of bed. So I think it's a really happy medium for people,
It's a good compromise, and it just means that they're kind of, as you say, like kind of offsetting that risk of people just not going in at all. Because I mean, people will just go, no, like we'll just stay at home.
Yeah. Oh, 100% they will. I'm telling you now, there'll be so many people phoning sick, so many children not at school. To make that little bit of a compromise, I think that's the winner all round for everyone. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that maybe our school will do something similar. But I mean, I need some help from people. Has anyone seen any England flags or bunting in any shops? I'm looking everywhere. It's a nightmare.
I'm gonna put that in the comments. Jasmine needs flags.
Yeah, I need England flags and England bunting. I have been on a mission to find it. Everywhere's sold out. You can't even get anything on Amazon Prime. Nothing.
Really?
Nope. Honestly, all day yesterday I was looking. It's just a nightmare. I mean, I know I've left it last minute, but I didn't want to jinx the football. Now
flag manufacturers are having a really good day, aren't they?
Aren't they just? Aren't they just? So yeah, if anyone knows anywhere in Northampton that's got loads in, let me know so I can drive there this afternoon and get some.
Yeah, good luck with your search.
Yeah.
And thank you for joining me today.
Oh, you are very welcome. You are so welcome. Enjoy the football.
I will do.
I'm looking forward to discussing it with you next week.
Yeah, I'm here with like bated breath. I'm like, oh, what's gonna happen? The anticipation, Jasmine.
I know. Honestly, it's just too much, isn't it?
So you're gonna have the doors of the yard open for another
hour. Yeah, another hour and a bit. So if you're about in town, fancy a cuppa, the kettle is on. If not today, obviously Tuesday to Friday next week, every morning, 10:30 till 12, I'll be here. Come and join me.
Yeah, you can either pop down to the yard and join Jasmine IRL, which means in real life, or you can join me, Georgia, online. So whatever you can do, if you can't travel for whatever reason or you're isolating or anything like that, don't worry, because I'm here, and you can just email us, which is theyard@communitycourtyard.org, or comment down below and you can join me like on one of these little sessions. So everyone stay safe, and we will see you all